What up, YouTube? It's your boy Sleek back with another video, and today we are reacting to the OnlyFans dream is getting exposed. I'm telling you, bro, we just did a video about being trapped in the OnlyFans, but I don't know what this video is gonna get into, but we're gonna see. But before we do, go ahead and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side for the squad, because we is almost at 1K, 60 away. Let's get there. With that being said, let's see what this video hitting for. Let go.
OnlyFans sold to creators as the dream.
You can't even say the word OnlyFans on YouTube anymore.
You could be your own boss. You could
Who's
turn
this? Sophie
your
Rain?
independence into cash monies. But what happens when the dream expires?
Currently,
a lot
the
of
media
those in
space has
Bayonne,
been
New Jersey.
dominated by how much some top earners are making on OnlyFans. But what hasn't really been discussed is how the company has lost billions of dollars in valuation in a very short amount of time.
Did we?
And things just got even more messy because is now in a very bad situation after the CEO passed away.
My boyfriend decided this morning that after 2 years, he has a problem with what I do. So we broke up, and I'm totally having a mental breakdown.
Now listen, going 2 years knowing you have a problem with something is kind of like a choice. You feel me? Me personally, I've tried to work through it. You feel me? Just couldn't do it. It's not that I got serious with somebody. I was just trying. I was like, it's kind of like in the talking stage and shit like that. And they would kind of lie and tiptoe around the fact and just do a nigga dirty. That's gonna be a crazy story time. So main channel, sub up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, maybe he tried to work through it and seen what was going on, and it was just like, nah, it kind of reached a limit. Me personally, after this point, now you have no excuse. If you meet a person with an OnlyFans and shit like that, that's on you now, because now you went through you had the experience of dealing with somebody with an OnlyFans and you didn't like it and shit like that. So if you find out and you continue to talk to that person, now it's on you, gang. I can't defend that. But if this is your first time dealing with that and realizing that you can't deal with that, then that's that. But I don't see why people they have the mindset that their significant other should be okay with them showing themselves to a bunch of horny ass motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not insecure. It's just the fact that now y'all were literally just saying that me double tapping another person's picture, me liking another girl's picture is cheating, but this isn't. Comment down below. Am I tripping? Y'all was just saying that it's disrespectful to like another girl's picture, but not disrespectful to show your goods to another nigga. Make it make sense. I'm making too much sense. I know I'm not tripping now. So I really hope that you get it together, miss. I know that you think that you could turn things around. You might as well just, if you want to turn things around, cut the OnlyFans and just stick to streaming, because that's going to be forever on Reddit. On every single Reddit page, there's a whole lot of leaks and all that. I'm sorry. It's over with. There's no erasing that. It's just something that you're just going to have to deal with. But I'm pretty sure you're not going to want to stop, because the money is going and the money is flowing, and you're not going to stop that. So, hey, I don't know.
Live on stream.
When it comes to doing what would you say is the biggest challenge when dating?
Every man thinking you're a...
What happens when creators?
Yes, to an extent. If you're the type that got an OnlyFans link in your bio, and your OnlyFans is only of you taking bikini pictures and lingerie and all that stuff, then you're exempt. But if you're out there sucking and getting clapped and playing with yourself and all that, and you got it all over Twitter, and it's all over the Reddits, and it's all over, you know what I'm saying? Listen, bro, you a duty. It's cool. Well, I mean, it's not cool, but you're a duty. If you're making adult content, you're a duty. I'm sorry.
Creators want a life that's not attached to their internet persona. Maybe they want kids. Maybe they want family. Maybe they want to build real relationships with people, but have that dark cloud hanging over their head. Now, whether or not I think that dark cloud is accurate, the reality is that it's still there. And maybe that trade-off feels worth it if you get rich, but the reality is that that's not true. Most creators on OnlyFans don't get rich. They risk their name and their image and likeness for a platform that is not as stable as many people think. And it only gets worse because now they are going through financial issues that threaten to jeopardize the entirety of the platform, taking away incomes from thousands upon thousands of creators. Financially, OnlyFans is losing value, left, right, and sideways. And then socially, the stigma has not gone anywhere. So what looks like easy money today becomes the reason that you can't escape tomorrow. If you're new to this and you want to be true to this, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's the only way that this community will keep growing. Otherwise, I'll have to turn to the blue app and start putting out pictures and stuff like that. And I don't think that y'all would want that. Now, back into the video.
Chill out,
And then
fool.
this is the last 30 days. I'm going to hit all time. And these are the two, like, so this is the gross.
There's just, wow.
And then, like, you can see that it's not a screenshot. It's real.
83 million. Sheesh. 100 million. Now, the problem is, a lot of these girls gonna look at this and be like, oh, I could do it too. Shorty, you're a nobody. I'm sorry to tell you, realistically. It's not gonna be the same. This is the top 1%. Top 5%, if that. 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to get at least 2 or 3 people that's going to sub for that $5.99 and shit like that. You feel me? You might bump it to 20, not knowing how it works and shit like that. You feel me? But you're gonna burn out, gang. It takes a lot of promo and money and marketing to even get up to that point for a collab. You know what I'm saying? But if you need help, I could manage your shit. I could, you know what I'm saying? I know the method. I know all that. I just require 10%, gang. That's all I ask for is 10% for my expertise. I know how it goes. I see it on Twitter all the time. Involuntarily. So, hey, I'm just throwing it out there. If you want to, you know what I'm saying, you want to get your OnlyFans popping, I know how to get it popping. You feel me?
Hold on. Dude, my heart's like speeding up a little bit.
Okay, that's just completely unbelievable.
An
All right,
economy
now
in
y'all
which
glazing.
gas
Y'all
is
glazing
$4
OD.
on average, people can't afford to buy homes because prices are outrageous. And people are now forced to eat the butt end of the bread, probably the worst part of the entire economy. People are looking for ways to get rich. And so turning to social media in any way, shape, form, or fashion seems like a viable solution. When you hear these claims of these people making all this money from just posting on a platform, it makes it seem like it's something that's actually doable for a lot of people. But what's never been really discussed up until now is the trade-offs of the entire exchange of posting your body and your image on the social media platforms. Right now, we're not talking about the platform itself, but we're talking about the people that use this platform. Creator Elinity is a perfect example of somebody who has had to choose between her relationship and her professional career, specifically because of the content that she does.
And my boyfriend decided this morning that after 2 years, he has a problem with what I do.
Yeah, waiting 2 years is a little bit in too deep. Unless
and
it got worse over time.
Totally having a mental breakdown.
Well, you gotta think about it. Like, maybe her boyfriend is like somebody that's normal, right? And you obviously see that she's a creator, she's a streamer. She got a streamer room, she got a whole setup and everything and shit like that. You feel me? So this is what she does. Maybe she wasn't as big before, and she got bigger. Her following got bigger. The bag got bigger. The audience got bigger, and it became more pressure to even deal with that. Now you got instead of the 5 guys that are in your OnlyFans DM and you're going back and forth with them, you got 150 that are under your Instagram comments with hard eyes and stuff like that, and 100 of them are in the DMs, and now 75 are in the OnlyFans paying for it, looking at it. I mean, like, I don't know, maybe, you feel me?
Live on stream.
This is somebody who's a 38-year-old content creator
38 though,
who's been told their entire life that they can have it all. And granted, she may be able to have it all, but it's getting slimmer and slimmer.
38, that's a good 38. What the fuck? Hold on, 38, nigga. What the fuck? 38
is ticking for her.
But at what age do you plan on? Maybe you should transition into streaming. I don't know if you like playing games. You can go to the Valkyrie Sniper Wolf route, you feel me? And get on the games and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Get you a little community and shit, you feel me? You already got the audience, so the engagement's gonna be there. So it should be easy.
Live on stream.
So many things
This
you
is
could be
somebody who's
doing
a
besides
38-year-old content creator who has been told their entire life that they can have it all. And granted, she may be able to have it all, but it's getting slimmer and slimmer. And the proverbial clock, is ticking for her, at least in her mind. She's having to choose between a partner that she's been with for a long time as opposed to her OF career. And I did some research. For what it's worth, she is a lightweight OF content creator. But I would say she's at a crossroads because she wants a serious partner. She wants the family. She wants the stability. And she wants the future outside of OF.
And so I feel like that's gonna make me feel more comfortable when and if I do get to meet someone that...
All right, now the age is kind of showing. Maybe it was just the quality of the camera, but 38 though, I wouldn't guess 38. I would guess probably 35. Cool 35. But that's crazy.
is ready to have children, then I would be retiring. Give me a napkin, yes.
See, I'm usually a weakness. That's a weakness. Tears and all that from a woman, but when it seems like it's forced, it's cringe.
Then I would be retiring before
But I can see the tears though. At least I can see the tears in this one. No shade. No shade. At least I can see the tears falling. Some
getting
people.
married and having kids. I think that's kind of I do want to do that. I do want to retire before having kids and getting married. I just need to find the right person for it.
The same platform that gave her everything that she wanted financially, it allowed her to have all of the juices open at one time, all of the cereal boxes open at one time, any car and any fridge that she could ever imagine, is also the one that is hurting her options in the dating world. It's hurting her prospects. It's hurting her opportunities at finding a serious partner to commit to.
No, I am not looking for a 40-year-old virgin. That's not it. No, you know what? I'd be totally fine in dating someone that has kids.
At that point, at 38, you ain't got much of a choice, gang. Even at my age, 29, bro, there's a lot of girls that got kids and shit nowadays, bro. It's not a lot of 29-year-olds, 28-year-olds, 27-year-olds without a kid. I'm always running into shorties that got kids and shit like that. But hey, I ain't got to settle for that nigga.
Totally fine. Someone that already has children. I know a lot of people don't like that. A lot of women don't like that, but I think it could be a really good insight, seeing how he is as a father. I'm cool being a stepmom. I think I'd be a cool stepmom.
Now, some very interesting points were raised about this situation from other content creators that exist on the internet.
There's a reason why I made that face game, but I'm not going to say it. We're not going to get into that.
Miskiff, who on this platform we're not necessarily fond of, raises some interesting points. The person that she did have that did love her and did choose her even though she was doing this lifestyle gave her a specific choice. And she decided to ultimately choose the career. And based off of Miskiff's explanation, she's not a victim in this situation. This is just an outcome of the lifestyle.
And this is what I be saying, bro. Some of these girls be coming to the net, and it's the fact that it's maybe the ones that are coming to the net that don't give the full story, gang. And this is an example of that. You're making it seem like I just upped and left because you had an OnlyFans, shorty. I gave you a choice. I tried to communicate with you that I had a problem with it and that this is what we can do to move forward, and you chose not to move forward, and that was on you. Not me. You chose this. And now you're crying, talking about you don't know if you're going to find somebody that's okay with it. You just want love and this and that. But you chose the money. You chose the money. Jesus.
Decided to go down.
But we're going to hear the other side.
I think it's very fair for him to do that, being look, you're 8. Relax with the shit if we want to have kids. And she just chose to go this route still and lost him. It's no, I stay alone because... there's not gonna be a lot of men out there who want to
at least do the Instagram thing or the TikTok / Instagram thing where it's not like you're baiting it, just not showing the full thing, but it's just your aesthetic, the hot older woman aesthetic. I don't know, you don't gotta do all that extra stuff, gang. I don't know what you're doing on your OnlyFans, so I can't judge you on that. Well, I can't judge you, period, because you getting that money. Go ahead, do it. But 38, gang, you gotta hang it up at sometimes, shorty. The jersey gotta be hung at sometime. Jordan can't ball forever. Neither can LeBron James. This is last year.
38-year-old woman who's half plastic and the other half fake. They want.
All right, relax.
They're not going to want a 38-year-old woman that wants other men to seek out and have sex with them all the time and wears skimpy clothes on stream and acts the way she acts. Like, they want a real woman at that point. They're fucking probably 40 years old.
And I will say that there are some complexities as to why she may or may have not decided to step away from said platform. I do think that ultimately it is fair for her partner to have a serious adult conversation with her about this. It doesn't seem like they had it on stream for entertainment purposes. It seems as though both of them were trying to be extremely candid and real with each other. But at the end of the day, it seems like she chose the platform and he chose to leave. She said that this was empowerment and he called it a deal breaker. This is a reality that content creators that go down this pathway have had to face for a long time. And sometimes it just doesn't pan out.
Message to Elinity. You're 38 and crying that you're still not married. You haven't. Newsflash, it's never going to happen. Every OnlyFans girl, why I'm so kind to you guys in person is because I genuinely feel there's nothing darker in this world than going your whole life alone.
I'll give the people that there are definitely career paths in which, you know, you will be in that prioritize the career over any sort of romantic relationships or even platonic relationships in general. Even somebody who has now dabbled into the career of YouTube, there are many days that I find it hard to separate myself from my computer and go hang out with my friends, be with my family, et cetera, et cetera. And there are some connotations with being a YouTuber, especially one that has a podcast. I will say that people often throw me in the category of being Kevin Samuels-esque when I do say that I have a podcast. Thank God that I'm engaged, so I don't have to deal with that in the dating pool. But I do think that there is a different level of these things when it comes to being an OF content creator. There are certain stigmas that still exist, certain names that people are going to call you, and they're going to view you in a certain way, more so in an object. I'm not saying that I agree with all these things, but it's not just Elinity saying that there is this loneliness aspect that she is facing and that she cannot find some sort of long-term partner that is willing to take her serious while she is doing this career.
Have you had trouble with guys like getting quite jealous of you having?
Oh,
I'm
100%.
assuming.
Most guys won't date. Yeah.
So have you ever had the scenario where you have a few great dates and then you're like, hey, what are we doing here, pal?
Yeah.
And he just strikes it down because of the.
No, I've had a couple.
Like the way she looks right now. Oh, she looks a little aged too. You look like somebody who, like, you go to the gym in the morning and after the morning you go to Starbucks and you walk in, you get your routine coffee and stuff like that. And I'll run into you and I think that you're like, you know what I'm saying? You look pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? Say I'm like 45, you know what I'm saying? 40, 41, 42. I walk up, I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? You look beautiful. Da, 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 da. Let me get to know you. Let me take you out sometime. And you're like, yeah, sure. And then I bring you to this spot, you know what I'm saying? We chatting and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, so I'm getting to know you. What do you want to do? I mean, what do you do, like, for a living? Oh, I'm an OnlyFans creator. Wow. So how's that going for you? Oh, it's going good. Explaining the details and stuff like that, and then you get to seeing what she actually does, and it's kind of like, nigga, I didn't know that that's what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't down for that. I was not down for that. And it's like, you can't expect niggas to be down for that. Not everybody wants to stay shorty posting up, showing yitties and yaddies to a bunch of these old sugar daddies. Like, no, nigga, like, no. It's not insecurity. It's respect at the end of the day. Like, y'all, like I said, y'all don't like niggas out here liking pictures of these shorties with they threw these out, the throws and all that, the yitties and the yaddies out. We don't like y'all having y'all yitties and yaddies out for the rest of these niggas. It's fair. Like, you come on, bro.
Couple dates in the last couple months that the guy literally told me to my face, oh my god, like, oh, it's totally fine, you don't. Went and told all my friends that he's like, I like her, but I can't date her because she doesn't like dance.
Yeah.
I'm Amanda. I do.
When it comes to doing, What would you say is the biggest challenge when dating?
Every man thinking you're a whore. Like I pop my for everybody.
You
but
do.
I don't.
You do.
Only the ones that pay though.
Exactly.
You ever
You do.
have like boyfriends? Dating was really hard. People have
That's a tree ass response, bro. I only pop my pussy for those that pay. Nah. We are cooked, bro. We are cooked. We are cooked.
Especially as I like grew a name for myself. It was hard to meet someone who doesn't know who I was. And so like there was always that like fandom. They met me first in their mind as Riley. So it's really hard to like reverse and teach them that I'm Ashley. Being with the it's like you don't take her to meet your mom and blah blah blah. I didn't like retire, but I just stopped shooting like boy girl. So it was like a choice that I made on my own. Made that choice because I was lonely and I wanted like.
But I bet you that if you look her up, you'll see some crazy lore, gang. I don't know who Riley Reid is, but I've heard the name. I'm pretty sure she was at the top of the game. And if I'm not mistaken, she was one of those who was crying because she was... I don't know how to say it. Let's just say she regrets her decisions, right? And is upset that the consequences that came with it. But yeah, with
love and affections and stuff, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to find this while I'm performing because it makes dating hard. Because I've dated guys and they were like, me or like, well, gave me this ultimatum, so I choose that.
See, there's a difference between,
and that's the problem. So then you can't cry when you can't find nobody because you're choosing that over finding somebody because you found somebody, but you're choosing that over to somebody that you found. All right, bro.
That these content creators feel online or maybe even IRL in some sort of actual commitment. OF can make you sexually desirable, fair. But does it make you desirable for marriage or that next step in life that I think that a lot of people have been socialized to yearn for? Attention is not love, subscribers are not commitment, and being desired is not the same as being chosen. For most people who walk down this path of life, the only thing that they're being chosen for is this new get-rich-quick hustle scheme that is ultimately a trap. See, the way that OnlyFans works is that it's marketed as some sort of temporary hustle. Hey, you're struggling in college. Hey, you just graduated high school and don't know what to do. Hey, you've always been the quote-unquote overdeveloped or early developed young woman in school, and you need to get some money right after you graduate high school. Job isn't paying the bills. Financially, it's hard. Hop into this real quick, and then you can retire later. No different than any other form of sex work.
Again, a lot of people think that, oh, I don't have to have a lot of followers. I can just jump on and do this in secret, and I'll just make a bunch of money. Well, what happens with that is we see statistics like the average wage of an OnlyFans creator is $180 a month. And that's because so many people are jumping on, thinking that they don't have to do anything. They post all of these pictures, they don't earn any money, and then that's actually on the internet forever, and you really can't get it down.
It's the retirement point that really gets to me, because I think that people feel is that you can just delete this page and go on to whatever you want to be for the rest of your life. And for some, that may be the case. The internet is fast. But also, with that being said, it rarely ever forgets. You can delete the page. You can say that you're retired now. You can say that you're different now. But people are still...
You can delete the page, but it's always going to be on the internet forever. The Twitter is always going to clip your shit. The Reddit is going to clip your shit. The little forums or whatever, somebody's gonna have that Telegram drive of all your old shit, gang. When you reach that point, it's not so easy to just pack it up and dip, nigga. It's gonna be there forever, gang. When Danae Davis said that she was done, it was clips, it was over for that. It was not over for that because you know what I'm saying? When Gucci Third Leg said that he was done and over with it, it was not over for that. You know what I'm saying? Maya Khalifa, she rebranded herself into a fashionista or a fashion designer. Her comments is still reminding her who she was. You know what I'm saying? It's not that easy, gang.
I'm gonna remember. Even if they don't know your name, you'll always be that, ooh, I remember you. I know you from somewhere, person when you have different interactions.
Imagine what these poor girls will have to deal with that brag about, I made $1 million on my 18th birthday. They'll never be free. They will never be free. And you can say, well, Helena, what if I go online 20 years from now and they have a husband and kids and they're fine and they have a normal life and they used all that money from selling pictures of their ass to start a business? Then what? Then they've pulled ahead of you. Their entire life, anywhere they go in public, even if they move to a town of 3,000 people in Montana, they will run into somebody that has seen all of them. That is terrifying. Their children will be relentlessly bullied in school no matter where they go, even if they homeschool them. The second any of their family members get on the internet, they're going to receive a ton of messages, pictures of you know what, okay? Like,
and again, I need to interject. I'm not shaming anybody from here, but these are just the realities of the situation at hand that we don't talk about when we have all these creators push these narratives about how great this type of content is, how liberating it is for those that dabble into this. There are some aspects of this that people just don't talk about, and they try to ignore the realities of these situations. As much as the internet told you that the men that don't want to deal with you because you have an OF are insecure, I don't think that that's true. People are allowed to have boundaries and standards and deal breakers. Hell, most people, whether it be man or woman, wouldn't want their partner to have their bodies displayed on the internet for the ogling of a bunch of strangers. We can play the role reversal card. If I was to have an OF or have my body out there for the objectification of women, like I think that, or men, let me put that in there. I think that it would be hard for me to also be in the dating pool. It doesn't make somebody insecure because they want to protect the privacy and the reputation or their family image. And that's what makes the Elinity situation so complicated. And honestly, should be a blueprint. She wants somebody who is a family man, somebody who already has somebody that
basically he's going to touch upon what we already watched in the last video. If you want to do that, I'm going to link it in the beginning of the video. But we are going to skip ahead because I just made a point earlier. Damn, EA, get off my But I did make a point earlier, you know what I'm saying, about Mia Khalifa, how you say her name? But I think they're going to touch upon it because I skipped through it, and most of these clips are from the last video.
I think that just goes to show that the internet is always going to exist. There's no real escaping these things.
I kind of became infamous by accident. I entered the adult industry in October of 2014.
Explains why her infamous scene pushed her away from pornography.
And very, very quickly, I was pressured to perform.
See, and this is how are you pressured? Nigga, you was grown at this point. You older than me, aren't you? How are you pressured to put a hijab on and get clapped? That's haram. Way beyond. There's a word for that. There's a word of like that's worse than that. For that, like you was performed. You was pressured.
A video where the context was that I was an Arab veiled woman, and that was it. The intent was to exploit the fact that I was Arabic and spoke Arabic, and I went through with it. And not very long after, I would say like maybe a couple hours after it premiered, the avalanche started. Every news outlet picked it up, and everybody had an opinion on it, and it felt like from there on my fate was sealed. And all of a sudden I was completely out of control of my image, my reputation, my intentions. Every single thing about me was being misunderstood.
This is a warning sign for all of those who are about to type in.
What's the misunderstand? You can't get mad at all right. If I'm being a little, you know what I mean, a little harsh, tell me in the comments. But shorty, you literally had a hijab on while getting clapped on camera, bro. By a black dude at that, gang. Come on, gang. Ask me how I know? Don't. Let's just say I seen the clips on Twitter, bro. Cause when I remember when she had made some type of comment, I forgot what it was that she said. And it's like, I know you're not talking. I know that ain't who I think it is. I look in the comments, and it's a screenshot. I said, wow, the audacity. But hey, they say only niggas have it.
Email address and a password. The company may or may not survive. The company may or may not sell. The company may or may not pivot, but you as the individual will always have to live with the consequences. I think the most interesting takeaway from this is that these people who have been going to the internet preaching this type of content and this type of lifestyle for the past couple of years are now tucking tail and seeking some sort of retirement. And kudos to them. No knock and no shade against anybody who has physically done the action, made their money, made their bread, paid their bills, changed their life, and are deciding to go on some sort of retirement tour. I think that anybody who can retire from a career at an early age, especially with a lot of dollars and cents attached to it, is really good. I do think that that is fine. But what needs to be spoken more about and discussed for the next era of people that are coming behind them, thinking that this is a way to go about life, is the fact that there are some real harsh realities that you are going to have to face if you do make that decision.
It's just sad that, like, literally when somebody's hard on times and stuff like that and they need money, they be quick to, oh, I'm about to just make an OnlyFans. I'm about to just make an OnlyFans, sell pussy. Like, literally at work, I had like a gay homie who literally anytime when he needed some quick bread, bro, or he was hearing somebody saying that they need quick bread, the first solution, oh, why don't you just go ahead and make OnlyFans, or why don't you just go ahead and sell pictures? There's some guys that be, nigga, why you gotta do all that though? You can't pick up an extra shift. You can't make a side hustle other than that. You can't pick up a skill that you can monetize or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go ahead and sell ads. Like, come on, bro. Like, man, we done with this shit, bro. But that being said, that's the end of this video. Make sure y'all comment down below your thoughts. Leave a like and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side for Noise Squad, because we is almost at 1K. Let's get there. That being said, we is locked in. Let's get it.